So if I want 50 grams of protein in that meal, generally, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'll do about 7 ounces of meat. So 7 ounces of meat, this is how you count your calories. How do you count your protein? 1 ounce of cooked meat, lean beef, chicken, turkey, is roughly 7 grams of protein. So if I have 7 ounces times 7 grams per ounce, that's 49 grams of protein.
Right. And the reason we do it too is because it's easier for me to tell a woman, I need you to eat 5 ounces versus me telling her how many specific grams.
Right, yeah. So when we give somebody a food plan, we'll say have 5 ounces.
Right, it just makes sense.
I know that I'm giving that person 35 grams of protein at that meal. So I don't like counting macros per se. People do, but they don't count right. Right? So if I say eat 7 ounces of meat, put it on a food scale, we know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Jessica and this is Bradley, and today we are going to talk about how to measure and count calories.
Yep.
Okay. So the last video we talked about, the mathematics behind it.
Yep.
And so now we're going to just dive a little bit further into that.
We did a deep dive on the math. If you didn't watch that video yet, go back and watch it. It's very, very important that you get that right.
Yeah, you have to get that right, and then this part.
Right. Then the other thing is, you got the math right. You know how many calories you're supposed to have, but how do you count them accurately?
Okay.
Because most people don't. Well, in my handy bag here, my satchel that I have prepared, I wish I had like a Santa sack I could just pull stuff out of.
Yeah, you were like, where's my satchel? I'm like, satchel?
The tools that I use the most are, go figure, measuring cups. You want to hold those for a second?
Yeah.
Hold that for me. Hold that. And the most important tool that you're not using that you need to have in your house is a digital food scale, which I should have cleaned that before. I have some stuff spilled on it.
That means we actually use it.
I actually use the thing every time. So, if I say, okay, so we said, so as an example, we say eat, in the last video we said you're gonna have 200 grams of protein.
Yes.
For a 2,000 or 200 pound man, okay? Well, if I wanna hit 200 grams of protein, and let's say I'm having lunch and I'm measuring out chicken, okay? So I measure out chicken, I'll put my bowl on here or my container, I zero it out, and then I start putting the chicken in there that's prepared, okay?
And we use ounces on our scale.
Ounces.
It'll do grams, but we just like ounces.
I do ounces. People
You can do grams?
Those bodybuilders that do grams and all their Instagram videos, y'all are weird. Use American standard ounces.
We're in America.
It's America. So if I want 50 grams of protein in that meal, generally, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'll do about 7 ounces of meat. So 7 ounces of meat, this is how you count your calories. How do you count your protein? 1 ounce of cooked meat, lean beef, chicken, turkey, is roughly 7 grams of protein. So if I have 7 ounces times 7 grams per ounce, that's 49 grams of protein.
Right. And the reason we do it too is because it's easier for me to tell a woman, I need you to eat 5 ounces versus me telling her how many specific grams.
Right, yeah. So when we give somebody a food plan, we'll say have 5 ounces.
Right, it just makes sense.
I know that I'm giving that person 35 grams of protein at that meal. So I don't like counting macros per se. People do, but they don't count right. Right? So if I say eat 7 ounces of meat, put it on a food scale, we know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah.
So you got that, okay? And then if what's our go-to carb source?
Rice.
Rice. White rice. White rice made in a rice cooker, or I'll do it in a microwave. Yes, you can use a microwave.
If you're in a pinch.
Yes, you can use a microwave.
I like it better in the rice cooker.
It's better in a rice cooker. Buy your rice cooker.
I thought you brought a rice cooker.
Shh, it's in another video.
Oh.
I haven't, I got stuff. So how do you measure your rice? 1 cup, this is a cup. It says 1 cup on it, okay? If you've never used these. I know that, like, your grandmother knows what the hell I'm talking about here.
Yes.
Right? She's cooked. Some of you young people have never cooked a day in your life. You don't even know what this is. This is a measuring cup. So this is 1 cup. You prepare rice. You scoop out 1 cup, not a heaping like cup, but I'm talking about a cup, flush at the top. That's about 50 carbs, 200 calories.
Now, if that were potato, it would be
1 cup of potato prepared, potato, is about 100 calories and 25 carbs. So you can actually, white potatoes are perfectly healthy and fine, very high in potassium and other minerals.
But don't load it down with a crap ton.
Do not put butter.
Cheese and sour cream.
Do not put any of that crap on there. I'm talking about just potato with salt, garlic salted. Tastes delicious. Garlic
if you
salt.
put like a tiny bit.
No.
Thing.
No.
But most people's tiny bit.
Garlic salt
Ain't a tiny bit.
on a potato with 7 ounces of chicken, 7 ounces of lean beef. It's perfectly delicious. Quit messing it up, making it difficult. You don't need butter. You're trying to lose weight. That's what this video is about. So if you do a cup of potato, you could have 2 cups of potato, basically.
For 1 cup of rice.
For 1 cup of rice. But, maybe you don't want to prepare a potato. That's okay. I'm just telling you how to measure it. So those are common carb sources. I eat oatmeal in the morning. Not that instant crap. I do
Don't we do, well,
I do a half cup.
Half a cup dry measurement.
Half cup dry measurement of oatmeal where I prepare it. You can do it in the microwave. I do it on a stovetop. It takes about 5 minutes. Half a cup. Now I'll do a full cup. I'll eat a full cup right now. But a half cup measurement is 100
I eat
calories.
a half cup just for,
Read your nutrition label. It's 150 calories.
and that's a lot of food.
And no, because it expands.
Right.
So if you did a half a cup, it expands into a reasonable small bowl.
I mean, it fills my bowl up, and
Yeah.
then I have 3 eggs, and it's all I can do sometimes
So I
to
have
finish it.
yeah. If I have oatmeal, even if I just eat a half a cup when I'm dieting, I'll do a half cup, and I might have, let's say I have 3 whole eggs and some egg whites. An egg is 60 calories, 4.5 grams of fat. With the oatmeal, I'm looking at, so if I have 3 eggs, I might throw a little half protein shake or something in there too to get my protein numbers up, or egg whites. But 3 eggs is what? 210 calories. 200 calories plus 150. That's 350 calorie breakfast, and that will keep me full for most of the morning.
Till later on when
Yeah.
you have to have like a shake or something.
Right. So people really mess up. Now you can have a couple pieces of turkey sausage or something like that if you want that.
People are like, I get tired of
But
eggs.
you can have a super healthy big breakfast for under 500 calories.
I mean,
Simple.
worst case scenario, if you were so tired of eggs and you wanted a little bit of turkey sausage or something like that,
Here, I'll take
or
that.
I've even been so tired of eggs one time where I drank a shake and still ate my oatmeal, and it was still balanced. You're never going to catch me eating just oatmeal or just pancakes. Like, you have to balance it with a protein.
Right.
Period.
Yeah. So for me, our standard breakfast is oatmeal and eggs, and I'll have like a protein, like a nuri. I use protein in my coffee instead of creamer.
And this isn't just for weight loss, guys.
This is for general life.
Protein at every meal and snack, this is to balance your blood sugar too. So if you're a diabetic, if you're trying to gain weight, lose weight, it don't flip and matter. Protein has to happen throughout the day, period. It's going to give you the best body composition. It's going to give you the best health. And if you're measuring like we say, your numbers will be good too when you get your labs done.
Well, I eat the same whether I'm trying to gain weight or lose weight. It's just the amount of carbs and fat go down when I'm trying to lose weight. It's the same food. I eat the same food. Now, I might have an extra cheat meal during the week, like an extra burger and fries, but I don't go crazy, and I don't do that every day. That's like once or twice a week.
How many times do we eat out a week?
Once, twice at the most.
At the most.
And usually it's reasonable, only one bad meal, and then if we eat out again, we have poke.
And right.
Or Chipotle or something, where we've gotten.
And we pick and choose.
Yeah, we pick and choose what goes in
Now,
it.
if we go out of town, we're eating out.
We still try to eat decent
But
though.
we still get our protein in, and we still are able to not come home and weigh 10 pounds more. We don't.
Right. Yeah.
And we enjoy our life. Like the things that we're telling you, some people are like, oh my God, I don't want to have to weigh my food. This is so restrictive. No, it's not. You find foods that you enjoy that are natural, and you measure them appropriately, you season them appropriately, and you're not restricted. We don't go around feeling tired. We don't go around feeling bad. We feel good.
I like how I feel. I like
Yeah.
how I feel. So that's why, I mean, I like being in complete control of how I feel based on how I
Yeah.
eat and how I sleep. Now, people say they don't want to measure their food. You have to. If your goal is to lose
Yes.
weight, the reason you're not losing weight, if you're
Because
not
you're
losing
not
it, is
measuring.
because you're not measuring.
Yeah.
If you measure your food and you go back and follow the fat loss math that I told you, and you measure your food accurately, you will change your body. I've seen it 1,000 times. You can go find 1,000,000 examples.
And we still measure our food.
I still measure my food because I
Like,
need to be accurate.
yeah,
But I can eyeball it because I've measured it for so long. I can eyeball it and get really close.
If I eyeball it, I tend to give myself a little less than what. So
Yes.
I have to measure to make sure I get enough. But we still measure it.
Yeah.
If
I
I'm
measure
at,
my
if
meat.
I'm at home and I have to do it because he usually does my food, but don't let that fool you. I know how to do this crap, so I've done it plenty of times. I still will measure my rice. I still
Yes.
will measure. Like I always measure.
Because I know that I had that cup of rice, 200 calories.
And it's not annoying.
Food
like
scale.
It's a part of your life. Just like I think going to the Starbucks line is more annoying, or going through the drive-through at McDonald's and sitting there for 15 minutes is more annoying. I would much rather have control of my food and measure my food than sit there in that freaking traffic. And you can't tell me I'm wrong.
I hate
wrong.
lines.
I hate.
If I could pay to
lines.
skip a line, like at Disney, that's
It's
what I
just
do.
because you don't want to do it and you haven't done it. If you would just do it,
Well-
you would see it's not bad.
I'm going to call some people out. People will say, I don't have time to cook breakfast in the morning.
Yes,
But
you
then
do.
it's swinging into Bojangles on the way into
And you
work.
sit in that line.
I'm
for
like, you sat in that
5, 10
line for
minutes.
10, 15 minutes. Why didn't you just wake up 10, 15 minutes early, make your breakfast?
It takes no time to
Don't,
make eggs.
I'm just going to tell you, quit making excuses that are convenient for what you're doing in your life.
You find a way.
You have to find
do
a
what
way.
You want. You always find a way to do what you want. Well, you have to reframe your mind and think, okay, if the weight loss and feeling good is what I want, and they're telling me that this is going to work, then you have to make your want that and say,
Yeah.
okay, I want to do this. I'm going to give this my best effort. I'm not going to do it for 3 days and then quit.
And we're doing this and explaining it to you with such detail because we want you to be successful.
because
we
you-
care about your success.
And if we sound hyped up, it's because you don't understand how many people come to us on the daily
For 20
basis
years.
saying, I don't know how, I'm never going to be able to see my abs, or how
Yes, you can.
I'm about to lean out, how should I do it? Or they'll
This.
just ask us all these crazy questions. And it's always such a long answer because they don't know anything. And so we're not trying to say any of this out of frustration or anger. We just want you to get it and try it, and please stick with it for longer than a few days
Yeah.
or a week. It usually takes your body 1 week to start getting used to things. 2 weeks for sure,
Yep.
you know, and then let's say that you did that math thing, right? And you said, okay, I am a 200-pound man, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to multiply my body weight by 10, and I'm going to do 2,000 calories a day.
Yep.
You've got to give that
Time.
2 weeks minimum before you go and tweak it.
Oh, don't
'Cause
tweak
if
it.
you-
Don't tweak it at all.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
If
more than-
you
no,
do
2
it
months.
3 days or 4
6
days,
months.
a week, and you say, well, I'm just too hungry. Give it the full 2 weeks first, and
Yep.
then you could play with your macros.
No,
if
don't.
You had to.
Not in 2 weeks.
You could.
You need to do it for 8 weeks.
You could.
Don't listen to her.
If it's one of my clients,
That's fine. What I'm saying
I
is,
have tweaked it in 2 weeks before, and you know good and dang well Darren has tweaked our stuff in 2 weeks before.
you can
We
if you're having
usually
trouble
do
sticking with
We
it.
usually do it a month, but
Don't tweak the calories.
If you went way under though, for a person who is working out and they were like really hungry, you would have to give them more.
If they're hungry at first, yeah, but I would give
I'm
them
just
more.
giving you the
I would
outlier.
bump your protein up.
I'm giving you the outlier.
I would
He's
bump your
thinking
protein.
of a person who needs to lose a lot of weight and they haven't given it any chance and they need to stick with it for a while.
Oh.
I'm probably thinking about the one who's like 2 weeks and they're going,
Well,
I'm really hungry right now.
let me put it
but
to you.
I'll give you more food.
Let me put it this way. When people say, how long do I need to do this? As long as it takes.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying.
No.
You know what I wasn't saying.
Yeah,
quit
no, I
after
get
2
it.
weeks. I'm saying
But
I might have to give somebody a little more food.
If
after
you
2
come
weeks.
to us and you say, it's what? It's March right now. And you say, in June, I'm going to the beach and I want to
Well, you
lose
should've
my,
started last
I
year.
want to lose this 50 pounds worth of belly that I got. And you're a guy. I'm going to look at you and be like, well, you should have came to me last March. Because It takes time. You cannot lose it like that. Now,
1 to 2 pounds
the
of fat a week.
rules and the laws of fat loss never change. How long it takes depends on how well you stick with it. Yes, your individual metabolism. Yes, your age. Yes, your hormone levels. All that stuff matters. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It might work slower for you versus a 20-year-old. You give me a 20-year-old that's 50 pounds overweight, in 6 months, I got them they're a whole new person if they follow what I'm
Might be
telling them.
harder the older you are.
The 50-year-old guy that's been sitting on his butt and his hormones are jacked up will still lose weight, and his hormones will, but it takes time for your hormones to recorrect too when you start doing right. People forget this. Your body has to adjust. Your results are not going to happen as fast, and they're not going to be as good as that young person. So the earlier you start, the better. But the next best time is now, and you have to do it forever until you reach the goal that you're trying to get to.
You shouldn't lose 50 pounds in 3 months, period.
No,
Like
you won't sustain it.
It shouldn't be 40 days, 40 pounds. It shouldn't.
At the most, 2 pounds a week if you have a lot to lose. If you have 100 pounds to lose, you can lose 100 pounds in a year if you're very aggressive and do everything perfectly.
Make sure we didn't want to say anything else about this.
But, most people don't have 100 pounds to lose, but you got 50. A lot of guys got a lot more than they think they do.
We really went off on this because you really got to say how many meals and snacks, and because you want to divide your 2,000 calories.
Okay, yeah. So how to measure it now? How to break up your meals? 2,000 calories. Okay. Is, let's say, I always like to say 3 meals and like 2 shakes between, like so breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then maybe a protein snack.
Like a Greek yogurt.
A Greek yogurt, a high protein Greek yogurt, low sugar, or a protein shake like I drank in the last video in 5 seconds. You can, it's just easy. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Eat before you leave the house. Take lunch with you to work. Prepare your dinner at night. You can pack a shake with you for mid-morning and for mid-afternoon. Take an apple with it. Whatever it is, like you want a little something healthy, but always make sure it's a protein-based snack, right? So if my goal is, that's 5 meals, that means I have 400 calories per meal. Or I could do 600 calories at breakfast, lunch, and dinner and have pretty close to it. And then just have a shake if you want to break that up that way.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you need to evenly split up your calories in some way where you come out to 2,000. Don't get to dinner and be like, well, I've already eaten 2,100 calories. Well, guess what?
You need to go to bed.
You need to skip dinner.
Yeah.
But make sure you're getting your protein in.
There are people who will eat 1 meal a day, and it just
Don't do that.
work.
It does not work.
It doesn't work.
They don't eat enough in that one meal.
The scale would move for you sometimes, but it's not, trust me, it's not the body composition you want, and it's not sustainable. It's not what you want to do.
The reason people don't lose weight on 1 meal a day, which they could, you can do that, but you still have to eat that 150 grams of protein in that meal. You're not getting adequate protein. What happens is you'll starve yourself all day, and then you get to the end of the day, and you had some meat, but you might have
have a pack of crackers in the day.
You had 50 grams of protein. Yeah, they don't really fast all day.
Yeah.
But that 50 grams of protein that you ate at dinner with that 1 meal is not enough.
Nope.
Your body, I promise you, I've seen it. I've seen it.
You don't want to let go of it because you're not feeding it.
How many times have we seen women and men? They're like, man, I'm eating my calories, and I'm just my weight loss has stalled. It's like, well, how much protein are you eating? Well, I've gotten kind of slack with it. Start counting it again and start eating more. What happens when they bump their protein back up?
Start losing weight.
They start losing weight again because your metabolism will slow down, but it's because of lack of protein, not a lack of calories. If you don't eat enough protein, I promise you, you're going to get to a point where your body wants to stall and hold on to it. So that's why the protein is important.
That's right.
I mean, that's in my experience. I mean, you can, there's no study that shows that. Well, shut up. I don't care. I've got 20 years of experience and witnessed it in multiple people.
We've seen it too much.
And I've heard other people talk about it. So
I think the one point you wanted to say is everything that goes in your mouth has calories. You can't ignore it.
everything that passes your lips has calories. And you better be accounting for it. You had a Hershey's Kiss, it's got something in it. Now, if I'm not saying if you have a Hershey's Kiss.
Just a little Dunkin' Donut Munchkin, it's big.
70
it's
calories. Full of fat and sugar and carbs, and it's terrible.
And I used to eat like 40 at a time.
Yeah. So I just had one Munchkin. That was 70 calories. I just had one Oreo. One Oreo is 70 calories. And I know you didn't eat one Oreo. Don't lie to me. You had 5 Oreos and that was 350 calories. And everybody, you know, and
we're being so hard on this is because people come to us seeking weight loss.
It's because
we're not trying to beat down
No.
Somebody who's like doing good. It's literally the people who ask for weight loss. Okay, so I don't want this to come across in the wrong way.
If you want something, I want it for you.
That's right.
If you say to me, Bradley, I want to gain, I've had young guys, I want to look like you. And I'll say, okay, here's what I do. This, and this. How much protein I eat? Oh man, that's a lot. That's a lot of work. Like they want me to tell them some easier way to do it. Like, no, there's no easier.
If there was an easier way,
I would be doing it.
Everybody be doing it.
If there was an easier, I promise you, I do not work hard. I like to work smart and hard. I don't just go spin my wheels trying to do work and act like I'm getting somewhere. It's got to be smart, and then I work hard at it. And
all of your workouts are less than an hour and a half.
Yeah. And
you're not in there. You're not even working out 7 days a week. He's not killing himself doing cardio.
Yes, right. Because I have my diet in check.
Right.
I'm in control of every variable of my life in that regard. But I like to work smart, not hard. It's not hard because I do it all the time. It's hard if you've never done it. This is my lifestyle. But we're just saying, like, if you want a certain result, you say, I want to lose 50 pounds, there are rules that have to be followed. I don't do you any service if I sugarcoat it and say, well, you could just do this and that. Like, that's a lie.
Yeah, it's because there's so many people who think they have the answer. They think
there's no special answer.
Yeah, they're like, oh, well, do it this way, or do this way, or do the Atkins, do this, or do that. A lot of, like, if you be consistent with any of that, you know, it'll work. But, like, the thing is, the thing that needs to be drilled in your head
calorie
is
deficit.
The calorie deficit needs to occur.
Adequate protein.
The focus on the protein is the goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole baseline. That's the whole.
That's
baseline.
why Atkins works. That's why keto works. Fundamentally, it's all the same. Overall calories, adequate protein, getting enough protein, and that's it. The carbs and fat can be many different ways as long as you're in a calorie deficit, and you're going to burn fat. Your body will oxidize fat. Some people feel better on certain diets, but it has to be sustainable, and you have to want to do it forever.
Yep.
And you have to count accurately, which is the whole point of this video, was how to measure and count accurately.
And don't forget your drinkable calories, because the only drinkable calories you should really be drinking are protein shakes. Like, you shouldn't be drinking, like, if you've got a little bit of
soda, Gatorade
creamer in your coffee, like a little bit, like that you can account for.
Measure your creamer in your coffee.
You can account for your coffee. You can account for that.
Use Splenda, not sugar.
But not sweet tea, not that. So I just wanted to remind you, like he said, everything you're doing, if you're chewing a pack of gum in a day and it's not sugar-free and you're going through that whole pack, you got to even consider that. So it's just little things.
Tic Tacs have calories. Also, the spray butter that says 1/5 of a spray is 0 calories, that's a lie. That's actual, like, canola oil flavored butter in that spray. When you spray it 50 times on your potato, you're spraying oil on your potato. They don't tell you that. It's a little nutrition trick on the food labels that they make it look like it's 0 calories. It's not. 1/5 of a spray. How do you do 1/5 of a spray? You can't. Oh, that was a whole spray. Well, how do you do 1/5?
Yeah,
it's a way for them to lie on a nutrition label. Don't even buy that. You're actually better off using a small sliver of small butter if you have to have it.
Like real butter.
Real butter, yeah. Anyway, just be careful with that. But
okay. Anything else?
And I could go all day. We're going to do another video, so.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry if that appeared aggressive in any way.
It's not aggressive. We love you, and we want you to get results.
We're really excited about it because people come to us and we want to help.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this helps in some way. And like he said, if you didn't watch the math one, you've got to watch that one.
If you get the math right and you measure it accurately, I promise you will get every result you ever wanted. It'll take time, but you'll get there. Promise you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.